Team EdTech, bear with me. We built a web application designed for students to ease the use of taking test reviews during the course. Essentially what that means is that in the application, students can sign in, book reviews, check metrics and track their progress visually. And the reviewers, on the other hand, can sign in, create available time slots to book, and enter students' reviews, feedback. So onto the presentation demo. We log in as a student, where you can review the graph, the progress, as well as the previously booked reviews. In this review, we can get an overview and a clear description for each criteria we are rated on, as well as book reviews. In the scenario, there is no available reviews since the reviewer hasn't created any availabilities yet. So we go in the reviewer dashboard, create an available date, slot, go back to being to the student dashboard in order to book that review slot, which is now coming up here, the available reviews. This means this new review wasn't showing up on the charts since the feedback hasn't been populated by the reviewer yet. We go back to the reviewer dashboard and get a list of all of the reviews that still need feedback. So we go and enter those. Loved it. TDD was great. Agile as well, pretty good, decent, excellent. I would just go through that process to show you how it actually gets displayed on the other hand. Oh, and now that's disappeared because the review has been fully completed. So we go back on the student dashboard, and we can track where we can see the latest progress as well as the feedback for that specific review. And that's it for me. On to Oli, who is going to take us through the next slide.
Thanks, Av. Having worked primarily in Ruby throughout the course, we really wanted to extend our JavaScript knowledge. So we chose both a front end and back end that were heavily JavaScript. So that's Express.js server that handled the integration with the database and sent information to our front end React website. And to not overcomplicate it for ourselves, we used a PostgreSQL database that we'd worked with before, and also deployed it via Heroku, which we'd also used before. Ironically, obviously, deployment via something we already knew ended up having the most difficult bit, but that is how it tends to go. I'm going to pass on to Johnny now.
Thanks, Ollie. So I'm going to talk about how we worked as a team. So in the beginning, we, as a group, discussed what objectives we wanted to achieve during the project. And yeah, so we wanted to build a functioning app and also learn the new stack. So we agreed in the beginning that we'd spend a few days learning this new tech stack and following tutorials. And once we got the hang of that and had a basic understanding of both React and Express, we decided to move on to some planning, and we had a Miro board up where we could just draw up our ideas and just add to it whenever we had a new idea. So each day we would split into pairs and accomplish something different. Each pair would do like front end, or another pair would do back end stuff. But during the day, we would also sync up with each other and whenever necessary. So we had a very easygoing environment with ourselves. We did daily stand-ups to merge code in the morning, and we tried to also have as many retros as we could at the end of the day, just to see how we're coping mentally. So yeah, that's my bit done. I'll pass it over to Courtney now.
Thanks, Johnny. I'm going to talk about the challenges we faced. First week was literally like all our energies got sucked out. We were struggling a bit with the back end, with the authentication libraries. We were using passports. So that's like using the cookies to keep the session with the user. Ollie went on a lone soldier, and with a little bit of assistance, he came back with the glory. We also didn't know about React as much. So getting familiar with the syntax and the logic, and going through each, I guess, tutorial and stat flows, a lot of stat flows to actually overcome React issues. And lastly, I'll say the deployment, merging the connecting the React and the Express to the Heroku. That was a bit of trouble, but I'm not gonna lie, Maestro Zav, he came through with also assistance with Ollie, myself, and Johnny. Also, nice to have. I think in the future we would like to have like a review upload video, so a reviewer can give feedback to the actual user, and an email being sent out, and also a profile pic to make it user friendly. And that's it for EdTech.